You just can't start or run a phone farm in 2023. Well, at least not like before. Now let's actually address the elephant in the room here. That being our top 3 apps for phone farming have been going downhill. These apps include My Robinhood, S'mores, and 101 Sweets, all of which have been covered on this channel and actually make up a large part of our phone farming profits. Essentially, these apps stopped consistently crediting points for our work, which at 80 phones equates to a loss of roughly $720 per month. It appears to be a widespread issue, some claiming only one app works, while others say that none of them work at all. Now, over the course of a week, I can confirm these claims as I have tested a lot of different variables, such as updating the app, factory resetting the phone, even running only one of the apps, all to experience the same result, an inconsistent credit for the work. However, there is still some good news, that being the apps still pay out. I actually managed to get one phone to the cash out minimum of $3, and to my surprise, I was able to get my reward without any issues. Furthermore, the app still had ads playing on the swipe screens. Essentially, everything is fine except the crediting system. All I can say about this crediting issue is that it's kind of out of our control right now. However, I would still suggest going out there and actually emailing support for My Robinhood, 101 Sweets, or S'mores, or all of them, and actually inform them of the issue we're experiencing. Now, hopefully, if enough of us actually contact support, they might actually look into fixing this issue. Until then, these 3 apps are essentially dead. Now, if you guys do know the solution to this issue, please do go ahead and actually comment down below, as that would be greatly appreciated. So what is the plan for 2023 then? Well guys, we still have a few apps to run. These apps being Reclaim, Mode Earn app, Feature Points, Honey Gain, Hideout TV, and Loot TV. Now currently I'm actually testing out a few new apps, so make sure to stay tuned as I will be including them if they pay out in a brand new future video, all dedicated just for phone farming apps. Basically, with Reclaim being our most consistent earner, these apps will earn us between $160 to $200 per month with 80 phones, which yes is a significant drop compared to a few months ago. Basically guys, here's a rundown of phone farming in 2023. Now personally for me, I would say recommended amount of devices, if you don't have any devices already, is start with only 5 to 10 phones, and honestly I would keep it at 5 to 10 phones if you already are in that range, at least until the current apps are fixed or new apps are released. The reason being the expected ROI is currently sitting at between 9 months to a year. So where am I getting these numbers from? Well, let me just show you guys right now. Essentially, an average phone costs about $30. Now with all the apps that are currently working, we make around $3 per device per month, which means one device will take you guys roughly 10 months to pay off. Currently, the lowest being 6 to 7 months ROI. We got that number simply by saying if you were to buy a very average phone at the price of $20 at the same amount of earnings, you guys can see it would take around 6.6 months to pay off. Now previously this was at 3 to 4 months ROI, which was amazing, but you see with those main apps going down, we now have to wait even longer to get our money back. Obviously investment wise, around 9 months to a year doesn't seem too bad at all, but in phone farming, usually it's supposed to be a faster thing. You're able to churn it out faster, get more phones. So realistically guys, you still can make more money and get your return back, but keep in mind if these remaining apps do go down, they will impact your ROI, and in fact you'll be left holding the bag on these phones. I guess you could always sell them, but hey, get more phones at your own risk. So what is it that I see for the future of phone farming? Well guys, I do believe new apps are on the horizon. Throughout time, it's always seen ups and downs, especially now during this bear market. It's not out of the ordinary for some of these apps to not survive. I also believe that utilizing automation through scripts or like an application such as Automate will be crucial to keeping a passive phone farm going forward. Now being very transparent here, this is just what I'm feeling. I do believe that the community, at least around phone farming, has become more secretive, especially now with apps dying left, right, and center. It seems like everybody is just keeping the good apps to themselves and not wanting to share it to anybody else or any other methods. It might not even be apps, I'm not too sure. Hopefully that's not a permanent thing, and maybe it's just the current environment that we're in. Now, I don't want to sound too pessimistic throughout this whole video, even though it might come off as so, because there are still a few benefits of having lots of phones. For example, you can maximize earnings for high earning apps when they do appear, because sometimes really good earning apps do come out, and even though they might not last very long, you guys can still capitalize on it massively if you have a lot of phones. Which also brings me to the next point, you can use them for one-time offers. For example, back in I believe 2019 or 18, there was an app that was called Yugo Wallet, and at the time it was offering users a $10 bonus in Amazon cards for linking any loyalty card. So yeah, you all know what's up. We went ahead and actually created a bunch of accounts across all the phones and added one single loyalty card, which resulted in roughly around, I'd say, $500 worth of Amazon cards, because at the time we had roughly 50 phones. If you guys want to see how I pick out phones, make sure to check out the video on the card above, because over there I discuss what specs are required on each phone and what you guys should be looking for. Now lastly, I just wanted to say, if you compare this time with any other time in the past, history really does repeat here. So let's actually go over to this other slide. You guys can see this was from 2020, last edited on July 7th of 2020. And we discussed the same topic. Is it still worth it? Yes. Profits are looking like it's the same as right now. Apps, cash magnet for phones. Cash magnet, I'm not too sure what's happening with it. I'm going to have to look into that. But AA Music, that's gone. Honeygain, down to one device, makes around $10 a month. Current Music is also now known as Mode, only allows you to have it on one phone. Hideout TV, still around. Panel Apps, gone. SlideJoy, gone. FitPlay only has the play per level apps. Swagbucks, haven't looked into that much recently, so don't know. CryptoTab, I believe they are still around. I'm going to have to check up on that one though. And of course guys, we have a slide for apps that have disappeared. We got Zyn, Perk Apps, Ulotto, MB Mobile, and Cash for SMS. Well guys, it looks like we might be able to add a few more apps onto this list here. Essentially, you guys know what I'm saying here. We've been here before. Future of phone farming, everybody's wondering the same thing. And this was just during the time that I started phone farming and documenting it. So yeah guys, apps come and go. I wouldn't worry too much about it.